Crystal Palace and Liverpool meet again. Ford Super Sunday, live only on Sky Sport.
Sponsored by Bet365.
There is a big night of boxing on Sky Sports box office tonight. Nathan Cleverly and Tony Bellew battle it out at the Echo Arena in Liverpool. There's also a full undercard featuring Anthony Joshua, George Groves, James DeGale, Scott Quigg and Jamie McDonnell. And the action gets underway in just a few minutes' time. The quickest way to book the fight is via your Sky remote control. See channel 731 for details or go to skysports.com/Cleverly Bellew. But right now in Spain, the mighty Real Madrid lead little Eibar by 2-0. Any chance to watch at all? Of course, the Ipurua only holds 6,000 at the moment. Real Madrid have had their chances, but have had luck with the 2 goals. James got the first, with Karim Benzema being offside, and then Cristiano Ronaldo, who else, with his 19th goal of the season in La Liga, and just goes to show what a player he is. So, Ozzy, we know you like attacking football, but if you were Gaetano, what would you be saying about how to approach this second half?
Well, the second goal of Real Madrid has been a killer. So and right now they're going to start playing the second half very, very much in the comfort zone. I will have a goal, a real goal in the first 15, 20 minutes. Don't allow them to play as much as possible. As much pressure is a very, very risky score. But this is the only chance that somehow you score a goal. Real Madrid is not going to play so much in the comfort zone, and you may have a chance. The only chance. The
first 15 minutes could decide the rest of the game, although we do expect a Real Madrid victory, of course. OK, let's get back to Efan Akuku and John Driscoll.
Welcome back. Hugely anticipated game amongst the Eibar fans. They started the season against Real Sociedad, one of their giant neighbours, and they beat them. It's the only home win that they've managed to record. They haven't won away at home since then, won twice on the road, just 1 win in 7 games though now. It's a relegation battle, even though they're in mid-table. I think they've been realistic about that. Crucial to keep players fit. Piavacari, the centre-forward, the Italian centre-forward, is injured. That's a real setback for them. Irueta, the goalkeeper, Albentosa, Dani Garcia have played all of their matches, 100% starts. Those 3 players, most of them are Basques, most of them have come through the ranks. The guys that they brought in are largely on the bench to give them depth in their squad, something that Real Madrid perhaps don't really have. What they've got is a brilliant squad, arguably the best 16, 18 players anywhere, but it doesn't go down too much deeper than the subs bench, with Iaramendi and Modric both injured. Modric now potentially for 3 months. Could scupper their ambitions this season a little bit. Real Madrid, come the end of it, they want to be World Club Champions of course as well, so they've got an extra few games and more travelling to do. Manu Del Moral, it's a long-range shot. It's his first one that he's managed to at least send anywhere near Casillas' goal.
Yes, you're hoping that your big players especially don't get injured too often throughout the season. There's probably a financial aspect to that as well, John. You're paying so much to the big earners that you can't afford to have too many other high earners in the squad. So 18 is probably about it.
Because financial fair play, you can argue that really benefits a club like Real Madrid because they've got such a big revenue, because they're so popular all around the world, and well, we pay for TV rights and everybody around the world pays for TV rights and sponsorship and all of these things, so it actually suits the old guard in a way. Is James Rodriguez, who they signed for 80 million euros. Irueta was a spectator as it went over his head. Finished the stat that I started in the first half, by the way. Cristiano Ronaldo has now scored against 51 of his 52 opponents as a Real Madrid player. Dinamo Zagreb is the missing one.
Yeah, that will irritate him. This is likelihood that they may not ever play them again.
He'll be offering to pay for a friendly. That's good work by Isco.
I mean, such a goal scorer, he's probably aware of that as well, John. exactly who he's not scored against.
Records abound. Whenever you commentate on a game in which Messi or Ronaldo play, there's usually some record close to being broken. There's a penalties record on the horizon as well for Ronaldo soon. Well, Manu Del Moral will chase this, but he hasn't got the beating of Pepe for pace.
No, physically he may be able to trouble these two top-class centre-halves, but the balls have to be better for him. He's got to be in a position to really attack them. That means in the box. Eibar players have got to be in a position to cross it well enough. And use some of that uncertainty with close proximity to goal to try and unravel this Real Madrid defence. Not come close to doing it yet so far. Despite that bright start they had, it didn't really create anything. You would have expected them to start brightly, and they did. Of course, that second goal just before half-time was a real sickener, not only for the fans of the players, but for us as well, because I was sensing we could have had a bit of a contest if Real had come out of the second half just that little bit too relaxed.
Foul on Manu Del Moral by Pepe. Subs being put through their paces. They always are these days, though, aren't they? Conscious of getting the players up to speed, getting the heart rate up, less worried about fatigue, so you try and keep them moving for as much of the game as is reasonable. Derek Boateng amongst the subs. Albentosa was forward, and then it was Keitha.
Miskicked.
They were appealing for something and said they've got a counter-attack. And Ronaldo, and he's got support, he's got Benzema in the middle. He decided to pass it. Probably think better of it next time.
There's Pepe and Sergio Ramos getting in each other's way. And Keitha goes for the big swing, and he completely misses the ball. Yeah, just too anxious. Cushions it well enough with his right thigh. Madrid all of a sudden on the counter.
Not many of those. The attendance for a Real Madrid game will never have been that low for an official game. Less than 6,000, just what it holds. It did hold 5,200, so they're adding temporary seats whenever they can. Probably had 1,000 sitting on the hill and in the flats. The lady with the binoculars had her on as well.
She's only looking to see what all the noise is about.
There'll be 80,000 watching the return match in the second part of the season. Good work by Arasti. And Dani Garcia. Isco. There was a gap there, wasn't there, as the fullback got forward, and so Saul can come a long way. They're working hard to be alongside him. Oh, and he didn't ever make up his mind, did he?
No, he almost had too much time to think about it. 3 players in attendance. For once, they were able to in position to try and hurt Real Madrid on the counter.
Arasti gets back to double up against Cristiano Ronaldo. It's good play by Benzema, lovely turn as well. Karim Benzema trying to go all the way on his own. Carvajal conscious, I think, that he got caught a moment ago. Sensibly just jogged back into position. Oh, lovely play by Isco. He's been dragged back by Abraham. The referee says play on. Bale will do just that. That's why Gareth Bale has been working on his right foot. Tried the outside of the left boot cross. It's hit and miss, isn't he, if you're being really blunt with that delivery. Ronaldo. Benzema. Excellent close control again from the Frenchman.
Those kind of crosses normally come off a little bit better when you're actually approaching the ball with more speed.
James fouled. Yep. Got through some work as James Rodriguez. It's his 20th game already for Real Madrid. I think he's played more than anybody else. Toni Kroos has played all of the league games. Not much sign of a rest on the horizon as well with the injuries. Sami Khedira has got to play some kind of part, even though he's had injury problems and then seemed like he was being frozen out because he's allowing his contract to run down.
Yeah.
Strange thing to do when you're a Real Madrid player, I think.
Isn't it? Reportedly signed a pre-contract with Bayern Munich.
It's not a bad alternative, I grant you, but
it's not exactly a downward step, is it?
No. You can debate that one. It's James and Sergio Ramos, and scooped out, and then not even missed. It sliced horribly off target by Benzema, who was given offside this time. First effort wasn't there, was it, Ramos?
No. If that header gets past the goalkeeper, it's a goal. The flag goes up. Yeah, clearly onside, and Benzema's probably off. Yeah, he's probably offside when that first one gets hit. Well, from that position, he looks as if he's actually onside, Benzema.
Sergio Ramos got his 50th goal recently for Real Madrid. It's the third highest goal-scoring defender. Roberto Carlos is the second. He could catch Roberto Carlos. He's got 68. He won't catch the man who leads the way with over 100, sitting on the bench. Fernando Hierro.
Yes, free kick taker, penalty taker, if I remember correctly. Hierro.
Yep. He was Spain's record goal scorer as well for a while, wasn't he?
Well, it looks onside to me there, carrying Benzema. Certainly more onside than the goal that was allowed to stand.
Kappa over the top, Saul puts some pressure on, as does Manu. Garitano has options on the bench. He's got the Serbian centre-forward Lekic, who's a big, strong man. He's had injury problems this season. Javi Lara, who started the season pretty well, but has dropped out of favour. Pretty cultured midfielder, and that's landed in the street somewhere.
Yeah, Derek Boateng as well could certainly add a lot more power into that midfield and try and unsettle the rhythm of Kroos and James Rodriguez in particular. Isco's played well tonight, actually put in a great shift.
But it's a very attacking bench when I look at it. There's only one defender on there. Angel, the centre-forward who started the season but doesn't look like a big goal scorer. Arua Barrena. Ventosa trying to pick her way through up for the long throw. Abraham fully committed into the tackle with Pepe. Onside there, Manu. Pepe hits the ref. With the ball. Hasten to add. Carvajal. Good strength again by Karim Benzema. Good vision as well. Now James in front of Ronaldo. Can attack with pace. Ronaldo and then Marcelo. Really good tackle. Carvajal he's careless there, Carvajal. He's been caught a couple of times, hasn't he? Just coming back from a thigh injury, Dani Carvajal hasn't certainly been on the very top of his game. Isco, dispossessed by Dani Garcia, and then delayed his pass. I'm not quite sure why, to be honest. They normally do things very straightforwardly when it calls for it. Still battling. Eibar still giving it a go.
Very difficult now for them, of course, with nearly an hour played, to become too adventurous. And Madrid will be quite happy to conserve energy, try and hit them on the counter-attack. Carlo Ancelotti will be pretty keen to keep a clean sheet. Anytime Carvalho has gone forward, indeed Marcelo, in the first half, he was looking just to rein them in a little bit, make sure they weren't overexposed.
Wrong with that from Daniel Carvajal. Benzema caught by Dani Garcia. And the Kappa. Oh no. Composure's just threatening to desert one or two of the Eibar players. Contrao's on the bench for Real Madrid. I haven't seen much of him this season, an injury-hit season. Casillas. Did he just...
No, he kept him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Marcelo's form over the last few weeks has been pretty stellar. Good opportunity for Carlo Ancelotti to rest a couple of people. Champions League coming up.
Although they're so far ahead in that Champions League group, aren't they, that you could almost see that as an opportunity to rest people.
Could do that as well. I bet Ronaldo plays them. You'd like to finish on top of that group unbeaten.
And you wouldn't fancy them, would you, in the next round, if you finish second in your group? All defenders warming up there. Now Saul. Well, his goal was strong initially, but if he's a proper midfielder, he's got to stay on his feet when he's made that kind of challenge. They've got a free kick out of it. The second challenge on Carvajal.
Yeah, well, that type of play, generally, when he's forced to play along in a slightly defensive role in the middle of the park, he's always looking to take the ball cleanly, because he wants to do something creative as soon as he receives it. I suppose maybe just making contact, winning it if he goes out of play, the likes of Cruz, more so, and certainly Khedira. Quite happy to see it go into touch and then regroup, reorganise.
You can see there are some parts of this stadium in need of a lick of paint.
Rustic, I think, is the word.
You can't see now. It is in a beautiful setting. It doesn't look particularly beautiful. The tower blocks aren't the prettiest, but the mountains around the ground are. There's Capo. Like many of the Eibar players, started the game pretty well.
As an attacking player, when you're starved of it, of course, when you get it, you've not seen it for a while. Start doing things that you shouldn't really be doing. You want to impress. Overplaying, taking too many touches.
Ronaldo now can run at Alventosa. Look at Bale sprinting alongside him, smacked into the big defender, and then sloppily given away by Cristiano Ronaldo. There are 6 Real Madrid players, 6 of these players actually out on the pitch at the moment, who are on the Ballon d'Or shortlist.
Well played, Isco.
Isco's not amongst them. Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo, Kroos, Ramos and James. This man's surely the favourite. Xabi Alonso says it will be a strong case for a German player. I think he's got a good understanding of FIFA politics there, Xabi Alonso. I think there will be.
The politics with the major organisations are quite fluid, aren't they? I thought Ribery should have got the best player in the world a couple of seasons ago. They extended the voting to give Ronaldo a chance to get a couple more goals, if you believe that kind of stuff. Get more votes in. I think he's the man this year, no doubt about that. You know, to maintain his level when others have probably dropped off. And only the World Cup really was a disappointment for him.
Yeah, it was a shame, wasn't it? Because for a man who is so fit, it was his fitness that really let him down in the World Cup. Well, and the fact that Portugal weren't so good. His teammate here, Pepe, sent off in the crucial game against Germany at the start. And they never really recovered, and he didn't look fit. Here's Benzema, he had a good World Cup. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo, fully fit now, and he passes it on to Benzema again. And James, it's a lovely move by Real Madrid. Ronaldo, and steered just wide by Isco. That's well won back by Toni Kroos. Presumably Toni Kroos' defensive responsibilities grow even more with Modric's injury. They say they won't go in the transfer market. Doesn't seem to want too big a squad, Ancelotti.
No, I don't think they need any more players, really. Kroos is not a particularly, I wouldn't call him a defensive player. I would say Khedira is more muscular in that respect. He's a better ball winner, I feel. Kroos is very tidy with the ball at his feet. He's more of a continuity player. He just keeps things ticking over. Always aware of what's surrounding, the best choices to make passing-wise. But they won't get too many games where they've been given a run around, so it's not necessary, I think, for another defensive player.
Bale dispossessed. Saul. Pepe's been strong.
Still believing these fans they can get something out of the game. Difficult when they're not seeing so much of the ball at their players' feet. They just have to hope that Real Madrid become a little bit sloppy. And set pieces, they've had a few and they've looked relatively dangerous. They'll have to work Casillas just that little bit more.
And again, another routine, another one rebuffed. Rusty with the up and under. Carvajal's header's not the best. Abraham wins the first tackle. Kroos emerges with the ball though, cleanly. An example of what you were saying earlier, Efan, when Isco was challenging. He doesn't go in for the crunching challenge, does he?
Yeah, his first thought actually before he's even got the ball is what can I do with it once I get it. Whichever part of the field he's in.
Should be off. Now well read, and Abraham's onside and in on goal. And the side foot finished by Rua Barrera. But he read the situation well there, Abraham, didn't he? Because he was onside. It was Saul who got out of the way. Strong play by Carvajal.
It was great play from Abraham. He kept that belief he was going to win the ball, and a good cutback as well. And once again, not able to work Iker Casillas in the Madrid goal.
Just wonder whether Eibar are looking a bit heavy leg now. Having put so much work in. Mistake by Marcelo, concentration just slipping. I'd like to see Garitano do something with his substitutions. Got 3 to make. We're at the halfway point of the second half. Marcelo. James. Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Some roll call, isn't it, when they start knocking the ball around. And a rough scribbled estimation, I made over 400 million of transfers. I have to think every time I say that, but of course Bale 100 million, wasn't he, and James 80, and Ronaldo similar. Toni Kroos a £30 million player is a bargain. Marcelo 6 million. And he's managed to keep that ball in play, and they smuggled it back and smacked into the top corner by Karim Benzema. Well, again, they're off and arguing and furious. But then again, the decision goes Real Madrid's way, and the points are definitely going Real Madrid's way now. They've come to the tricky venue of Eibar, and they are going away with the spoils.
And the joy in Benzema's face, it was as if he just scored the winning goal, the first goal of the game. He's put in a good shift tonight. He's had one or two half opportunities, not been able to connect cleanly. That one fired in at him from Ronaldo, which eventually fell to James, and he scored it. That's great perseverance from Marcelo. Quite easy for him now just to play a defensive role. Eibar want that ball to be ruled out of play. Very difficult to see from that angle. Gareth Bale knocks it back. It's actually Ronaldo. Ronaldo knock it back. Gareth Bale's in the centre. That one's certainly in play still. Great determination for Ronaldo. It's James. James Rodriguez knocks it back. That's a good finish from Benzema. Not easy. Ball bounces up. And a strong side foot. And the game now well and truly over. Well, I suppose they've deserved a little bit of luck, haven't they? Got some good fortune with the first couple of goals. Especially that first one, they should have been offside.
Angel is on. Centre forward, the non-goal scoring centre forward, Angel Rodriguez. Levante on a free transfer. Former Elche player, that's his pedigree, I'm afraid. Manu Del Moral didn't do enough to worry the Real Madrid defenders. I think that was in play. I didn't say anything wrong with that. It's got to be obviously over the line, hasn't it?
And it wasn't.
Yeah, that's I can't see evidence that that's all out of play.
No, definitely not.
Some of it's hovering over the line.
Yeah, certainly part of the ball is over. No goal line technology, it seems, on that decision. I don't think we need it.
No. Well, you wouldn't get it anyway, would you? Because the cameras are all around the goal anyway, aren't they? The yellow card for Rua Barrena. Well, Real Madrid extending their lead at the top. How will Barcelona respond? It's a potentially tricky game against Sevilla next. At 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 5, and then Deportivo are the opponents for David Moyes' debut with Real Sociedad at 9 o'clock. 2 games on Sunday, the Valencia derby, Levante versus Valencia at 5 to 4, and then Elche Cordoba at 6, and the Vista de la Liga is at 6 o'clock now on Monday. Rafa Varane is all ready to come on. Lost his place since Pepe and Ramos have both been fit again. I think that's fair enough. At times in their past, Pepe and Ramos have been a little hairy as defenders, but they've been really solid, I think, this season. Sergio Ramos gets whistled off the pitch. He's got a yellow card to his name. It's probably why it's him. The big Frenchman comes on.
Certainly a star of the future. He's also a star of the present already. Rafael Varane, very composed on the ball, very quick. He recovers well. I think as a young defender, you don't always read his situation well, but when you've got so much pace about you, you can't make up for some of the slightly less efficient decision making. He's not bad. I'm not saying at all he's bad in that department. Of course, he will improve. The other two certainly just a little bit more concentrated, you can imagine, in sort of in the bigger games, and less likely to be bullied physically as well. At the moment, for me, still the best partnership, Ramos and Pepe.
Here's Isco and Bale. Flags up.
It's another one that could have gone Real Madrid's way. Not had everything going for them tonight. There's an early chance. Great play from Abraham.
His block was by Ramos.
Yeah.
Saul. Been perhaps their best attacking outlet. Saul Berhon posted a candidate for the goal of the season with his volleyed finish in the thriller against Levante. 3-3 draw here. Angel crosses easily away though by Pepe. It's very defensive, heavy bench, Real Madrid. Varane's on now. They've got Contrao, Arbeloa and Nacho. The whole back four on the bench, and only Khedira as a midfielder, and then Javier Hernandez, the only proper attacking player. Given that the starting 11 cost over 400 million euros, you could argue that it hasn't been brilliantly well balanced as a squad. Here's Boveda. Under Kappa, miscontrolled by Angel.
Oh, that looked like handball.
Against Carvajal. It's difficult, wasn't it? Because Angel just missed it.
Yeah, popped up so quickly as well, and it was certainly accidental.
Here's a key step from Athletic Bilbao. Saul again.
That was a good ball.
Tired-looking players.
Angel miscontrols it. Ooh, maybe just slightly brushes the fingers after popping up off the thigh. Would have been very harsh.
Here's Bale. There's Ronaldo waiting. Albentosa does well. Hunkered away.
Well, you're saying it's a top-heavy, it's a defensively loaded bench, but it's probably an overly attack-minded starting lineup, isn't it? Isco and James, attacking players, and the front three, of course. You don't see those five playing in too many of the games. Front three, they seem to be pretty set.
So Contrao will be getting some minutes, as will Javi Lara. You'd be keen to get on, wouldn't you, if you're a player like Javi Lara, who's been around in the bottom divisions in Spain all of his career. He's 29 now.
These are the moments that you work for. Play against some of the best players in the world.
Abraham. There's three waiting. Varane clears. Erasti.
And no matter how good your forwards, even if Angel was able to overpower the two centre-halves, that's such a long ball. Difficult to get any kind of real quality from that kind of distance on that angle.
Well, Saul Berhon had the beating of Carvajal there once, didn't he? And he tried to do it again.
Maybe just a heavy touch. And Carvajal got back in good position and strong-armed him.
It's not lightning fast, Dani Carvajal. He's got good qualities. Decent strength from Dani Garcia. Rua Barrena held off Kroos, didn't take the free kick. Saul will give Angel something to chase, and Iker Casillas defends it like a fullback.
Look at disdain on the face of Iker Casillas. Let me have my ball back.
So Lekic and Javi Lara. Saul Berhon, disappointed to see him go. I think he's probably been their biggest threat. Kind of man who might have supplied some of the balls for Lekic. Rua Barrena hasn't been at his best. And who is Contrao replacing? James Rodriguez. And again, another player on a yellow card. So Ancelotti has replaced the two players who've been booked. No respecter of anybody, World Cup Golden Boot winner or not, get whistled off the pitch.
Is his main contribution tonight? It's a well-taken header, really. The goalkeeper's coming out to him very quickly. Irueta does all he can. He jumps up in the air, tries to put him off. The sent it down.
It's his 7th goal for Real Madrid. Here's Javi Lara. Scored the historic goal against Real Sociedad. Won them their first game. Traor's first touch. It's a throw.
There's got to be damage limitation now for Eibar. They're chasing the game. Goal, of course, would be great consolation. We'll end up losing 4 on 5. That would be really demoralising, considering what they put in the first 60 minutes or so, especially that first 45 minutes where they were undone by, well, some great skill from Real Madrid and also a little bit of luck.
Keith's header hasn't gone beyond Ronaldo. That one is out of play.
We're making no mistake about it. You know, these players deserve a lot. They work hard. You know, they're amongst the very best, especially this guy.
Oh, no, did she get a touch?
No,
she didn't,
no.
did she? Javi Lara. And Abraham, that's good work. No one attacking that near post area, so Casillas could take it on the bounce.
He's put a shift in today, Abraham. Has been tireless up and down that flank. A bit over-eager on occasions to actually get the ball in so quickly, but no one can fault his effort. No, that was a foul.
Marcelo caught. Bobida. Rasti
who's doing a couple of meaty challenges today. Got away with one in the first half early on Toni Kroos.
See it, yep.
Yeah, it was inviting, wasn't it? Just couldn't resist it.
It's a little bit nasty from Rasti. Look out on their feet, don't they? Below will be the final change. What are the odds on them getting Ronaldo off the pitch? It'll be improved. If this hits the back of the net, there'll be... No, actually, because it'll be like hat-tricks. There'll be no chance. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's power in it, off the wall. And Roeto is coming. He's given handball here. Given a penalty, hasn't it? Everything has gone against Eibar. Well, someone jumped in the wall. Ronaldo will have his chance now from 12 yards. Let's have a look. Sal Bentosa jumps with his arm in front of him.
Yeah, he sticks the elbow out, and you know what? I've got no real sympathy for him. You've got to be prepared as a big central defender to take that one in the face.
So Ronaldo from the spot scores again. It's his 25th goal of the season, a quarter century already. An incredible haul of goals for Cristiano Ronaldo. It's his 44th penalty that he's taken for Real Madrid. Takes him level with Hugo Sanchez. He's got a better scoring record, the 41st that he's hit the back of the net. And the records just keep coming.
Well, his elbow is not above his head, so I can understand why he feels a little bit aggrieved. But you know, technically that ball is on target. There's a chance it ends up past the goalkeeper. He's denied what's a goal-scoring opportunity. No guarantee the goalkeeper will actually get across to save that.
Oh, he's off.
Yeah, it's surprising.
You know what? I've just been checking all the hat-trick records. got him off while he was still buzzing from the second goal.
Yeah, before he's got time to think about the third.
Really in the forward line that Eibar have come up short. Lekic hasn't made any impact on the game so far. Hasn't really had time, to be fair.
And without being able to get a foothold in midfield as well in a creative way, they've not had the opportunity. Even, you know, if you've got limited forwards up front, if you're giving them service after service close to the goal, they'll get something eventually.
Here's Dani Garcia.
There's a huge golfing class, as you mentioned a couple of times, John. 400 million odd euros.
Yeah.
There's a couple of 100,000.
That's Javi Lara. He's the only player who cost a transfer fee. That was 12,000 euros. It's like a transfer fee from bygone days, isn't it? 12,000 anything.
And it's a reminder from opponents' sides, as well as you've done since you've come into the top flight. As you mentioned, a great opening victory against Sociedad, one of their neighbours. And you just got to do something extra special compared to what you did last year when you were one of the best sides in the second division. Not quite good enough at this level.
Lekic to Javi Lara. Not enough deceit on that to get away from Carvajal. Here's Isco. And Kroos. But a calm presence in the midfield for Real Madrid. Gareth Bale. Rare match time for Gareth Bale without Ronaldo on the pitch. Contrap. Here's Bale looking for Benzema, who had the guns to claim it. Carvajal's gone to play in midfield, hasn't he? And I think Marcelo as well.
He was almost up as a centre forward just now, Carvajal. Benzema's offside, and then that ball comes in.
You can never tell with Marcelo whether he's playing full-back or not. Goalkeeper's come a long way and he's lost it. Now then, Benzema went down, but it wasn't there was contact, he did go down, but I don't think the contact knocked him down.
No, it wasn't. It's not a great angle to see to get a great view, but looks as you said, there was some kind of contact. Certainly Irueta had a guilty look on his face. I was expecting a whistle, I must admit. Forwards generally don't go down that easily unless they've got no chance to score a goal, and Benzema has.
Bale. We'll get back to the replay. Bale's just off target.
Surprised he didn't actually hit it first time, Karim Benzema, when the ball bounces down on the half volley. And secure in the game. Would have been his second, of course. Not too concerned, is he, Ancelotti? There we go. Could have hit it there first time. Takes it back the other way. Inadvertent, but it's a penalty for me. He doesn't jump over Irueta, does he? No contact's made. Still cause for celebration. The European champions are here.
Well, they had the inflatables, bouncy castles around the town. One of the sponsors baked a giant cake. Been treated as a royal visit from Real Madrid. We've anticipated Eibar hosting one of the giants of world football. And let's be honest, Real Madrid have done the job pretty well. I know they got a break with the offside for the first goal, but since then they've held Eibar at bay. Or a chance for Lekic.
I think that would have been deserved consolation. Falling back was not easy. Ball just never came down well enough, quickly enough for him. Yeah, moved away well. It's good centre forward play. It's drifting away from the defence. Yeah, it's a high one to take, not easy. Good ball in from Ande Kappa. Could have headed that really. gone for the spectacular. Back across the goalkeeper would have been the easier option. He'd be a little bit disappointed tonight. Iker Casillas has not had to work for his money.
Isco. Foul by Isco. Getting hang of this centre midfield idea.
He wasn't here. Pull people back. Running away from you even at 4-0. Learned that trick from Xabi Alonso. One of the masters of the dark art. He's been exposed.
Isco. And think about the shot there, Isco. Similar kind of position for which he pinged one into the top corner against Belarus. Bale's pass intercepted. Angel Rodriguez, that's just careless, isn't it, to Toni Kroos. Benzema round the corner into the chest of Akita. There's Javi Lara. Does add a little bit of quality, Javi Lara. It's careless from Abraham, just carried it out of play.
Just have to put his defeat to bed very, very quickly. Eibar. Don't get too bogged down by what's been done to them today. They'll be slightly easier opposition to face throughout the course of the season. Not much easier. Like to Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, for example, got to play those.
Well, they've got Celta Vigo and Getafe, and then Almeria the next 3 games. Celta and Getafe, not bad teams this season. Almeria will be a key game for Eibar. One of the teams they'll be facing in the relegation battle, you'd imagine, at the end of the season.
Yeah, less daunting, but of course not easy.
Carvajal. That would have capped the night, wouldn't it, if Danny Carvajal had found the net.
Just slashed at it a little bit. Nice little set-up play from Marcelo. Comfortable in the end, hasn't it been, John? We always like a real contest, especially when the big sides are playing away from home. We hope that they're a little bit intimidated by the atmosphere. It doesn't happen too often. You need that little bit of quality. The crowd can only take you so far. Certainly put up a good showing for most of the game, but deflated and tired, demoralised in the last 15 or 20 minutes. And Madrid have probably been in 3rd gear at best today. They've got another couple of gears to go into. I'm sure they will do between now and the winter break. Of course, remain favourites for the La Liga title, in my opinion.
And they don't win La Liga enough. Haven't done in recent seasons. Some of their players just haven't won enough league titles. Is Angel Rodriguez. It's all over. Real Madrid have been consummate professionals in the way that they have dealt with Eibar in this game. They've snubbed out their attacks that have been few and far between, in truth. James Rodriguez got 1, Benzema got 1, Ronaldo got 2. Of course, Ronaldo got 2. Real Madrid are now 14 straight games. Winners every single time. What a run they're on. Eibar 0, Real Madrid 4.
Yes, indeed, another win, another 4 goals from Real Madrid, blitzing any team that just come their way. Liverpool perhaps thinking that 1-0 defeat doesn't seem such a bad result now, but Real Madrid on target for 146 La Liga goals come the end of the season. That would be a record. Of course, the record stands at 121. That's from Jose Mourinho's Madrid. It is just a joy to watch at the moment. So as John said there, 14 consecutive victories in all competitions. That's 9 straight wins in La Liga, and they are top, 30 points after 12 games. Atletico beat Malaga by 3 goals to